Grant, thank you. In the aftermath of winter weather, cleaning sidewalks in Carbondale isn't just a suggestion, it's a requirement. Devin Kidd is live now with more on the reason for that ordinance.
Jeff, as the snow has moved out of the region and the bitterly cold temperatures remain, the city of Carbondale is still reminding folks of their responsibility to keep sidewalks clear. Now, as of today, the majority of Carbondale small businesses remain closed, but the city's ordinance of clearing sidewalks in front of those businesses is still in effect. Now, I did see many residents walking up and down the Carbondale Strip today, struggling to walk due to that snow buildup and those slick surfaces. The city states that businesses have up to 48 hours after a snow event to make sure that sidewalks connected to their property are clear. City of Carbondale Public Information Officer Eva Fisher says it's all for the safety of residents and our visitors.
Things have been shut down for a few days now here in Carbondale in southern Illinois due to the storm. We know that people are eager to get out of their homes. Those businesses are eager to see their regular customers. So we just encourage everyone, for the safety of all of our residents and business goers, as soon as we can get those sidewalks cleared, things can get back to a sense of normal here.
Now, the city says that those requirements of getting that snow cleared off those sidewalks within 48 hours can be softened. They'll be a little bit lenient on a case-by-case basis, but they are still urging folks to get out there and get those cleaned up as soon as possible. Live in Carbondale, Devin Kidd, Heartland News.
Devin, thank you.